Hello everyone, I'm the Unlucky Collector. I had a lot of big news and updates to bring that I didn't feel like I could convey through Instagram posts, so I figured it was time for a little face-to-face. Today's going to be a little bit of a longer rant video, so I apologize in advance, but if you like this kind of content from me, let me know in the comments and we can maybe do more. First thing I want to talk about is the full color binders. Got Ascended Heroes dropping this Sunday, February 1st. I'm really excited to start being able to offer these binders. They're gorgeous. They come out so nice. I'm really excited for that. I'll be offering some binders with just the Ascended Heroes logo and the spine on them only. These are meant for collectors who may not be in a position to grab the full art. My mission has always been to level up our collections. You know, we spend a lot of time and a lot of love building these, at least I do, and I think I want them to go into something that represents that love and time and effort that we put into it. So I'd ask that we save the lower price logo only ones for the collectors who really need that option, at least on the initial release. I'll try to release them with every drop. I can't promise, but I'll do my best to at least have a few on every drop for anybody who might pick them up. With that, I am going to be switching to full color only moving forward after the Ascended Heroes release. That means that I'll no longer be offering any more laser engraved or a laser etched binders. It'll only be full color. I will be going back and redoing all of the Mega Evolutions and all of Scarlet and Violet in full color, and some of the Sword and Shield, maybe more, depending on whether there's a need for it or people want it. Some of the designs will be kind of reworked in a colorway, others will be completely redesigned. Color gives me a lot more flexibility and creativity in what I can do and what I can present, so I'm having a lot of fun trying to think through each of those designs, come up with something that truly represents it, which I think is going to be great. So I'm very excited about that. I will be re-releasing the Artist Series Evolutions on a 12 pocket coming up, and I will be offering all the other designs will be coming out as quickly as I possibly can over the next couple of months. I will be going back and doing the single Pokemon binders as well, so like Snorlax will be coming out soon, Rayquaza, and a bunch of others. You guys saw the Houndoom, so I have a bunch of those that are going to be coming as well, and going through and kind of offering those. So don't worry, all that's going to come back, just in different full color versions. I do have more Artist Series coming soon, which I'm very excited about. I have two from an artist. He did Gyarados and Gengar, which I'm very excited for. I think you guys are going to like those. I'll have those soon. And I'm also going to start offering One Piece. We're going to try some of the newer sets. These will be set-specific One Piece binders for collectors. We'll see how people like them and see if we want to build more of them, and we'll do a few of the newer sets. And like I said, if people like them, then we'll keep doing and maybe do all of them. But I'm excited to offer One Piece. I don't personally collect One Piece, but it's a gorgeous TCG. The cards are gorgeous, and it's really nice. And obviously, a lot of people have been asking me for that. So hopefully we can bring that to you. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is that I'm going to be moving off of Etsy. I'm bringing my own shop. I'm going to launch it this week. I think this is going to be much better. Etsy has just been kind of a bad user experience. I've had a lot of people complain about not being able to see the drops when they come out, not being able to find the binders, them being sold out before you could even see them. So there's been a lot of issues like that. And the way that Etsy propagates, it just doesn't give everyone the same equal chance. So with my shop, it'll be much more equal across the board. I've also had to manually enforce limitations and bot protection on the Etsy side, which I've gotten better at, but it's been difficult. So with my shop, I'll be able to actually enforce limits. I've got much better bot control, much better human identification controls. It's going to be a lot better overall and a much better experience. You can sign up for an account if you want, track your orders. Plus with Etsy, you can't really see what binders I have to offer or any of that kind of stuff, so now you'll be able to see the full catalog. I won't be putting the old ones on there, but all the new color ones as we move forward will be there, so I think that's pretty exciting. There's also an email sign up on the website, so you can sign up for emails, and I will be using that to alert to new releases as well as drops or restocks, and so you can sign up for the newsletter on the website if you want to. That way, if you don't want to do Instagram, or you don't want to follow on Instagram, or you don't check Instagram, or whatever, you can sign up for the emails. I'll be sending the same information there. I'll also be posting drop and restock updates and times on the website as well. So hopefully this will make everything a little bit more consistent, a little bit more user-friendly, and it'll be easier to find that information. that people will be looking for. So I'm excited about that as well. I'm also hoping I can get shipping down a little bit. I'm working with someone to kind of mitigate that. I don't know if everyone will notice a difference, but I'm hoping that some of it will drop in price from a shipping perspective, because I know that's always been a concern on the cost for that. And USPS rates are going up, and it's been difficult. So the big last thing that I wanted to talk about, which I'm very excited for, is I'd like to start by saying Vault-X is a fantastic company. I have no complaints about them. They've been wonderful to work with. They've been very supportive of everything that I've done. They've been very helpful to me over the years, and I've bought a lot of binders from them, and they're a very good company, and their product is very solid and good. So I have no complaints about them. But I did bump into some issues over the years that were causing me problems. I think one of the big ones was restocks and availability. I have no control over what colors Vault makes, when they make them, when they restock them, etc. And they tend to discontinue. You know, you take the orange, just the orange binder, which I absolutely loved. I did the Dragonite on that. I was very excited for that, and then they just stopped. And I harassed them for probably a year. Now, they were very kind and they put up with me, but I harassed them for like a year trying to figure out, are you going to restock this? When is it coming? How many? Trying to get more of that. And they basically said it was discontinued. They weren't going to make it anymore. If they did, they didn't know when. So I lost control over that. And the problem is that when I design a binder, I really try to capture the essence of the set and of the collection. Because again, you've got this collection around a specific set, and it's supposed to have the feeling of the set, and you want this to all kind of blend together and to be this cohesive delivery of this beautiful, project. I go through my sets all the time. I love looking through them, and the binder is part of that experience for me. So when I make a design, I have a color in mind when I do it, or I have a color that's specific to my design, and I design around that color specifically. And that's why I don't typically print on different colors or just slap it on any color that you want. And I realize some people would prefer that, but I have this vision, and I want it to come out in that way. So when Vault discontinues a color or doesn't print a color, doesn't restock a color, it's very difficult. And I think 151 is a good example where I had no idea when pink was coming. Valdez Fates, I had no idea when purple was coming. Prismatic Evolution, people have been asking for forever, and I just can't get a lot of white. And then there was Black Bolt and White Flare, which I can't tell you how many messages I got being like, oh, I hope it's black and white binders because it basically just sells itself. But what people didn't realize is I can't get white. It's not like I could go find them. Now I did do Danny Phantom. I did do a white one for him for the giveaway, but I had to buy that white binder on eBay for over $200 just so I could have a white and black for him for the giveaway. And I did that because I wanted the giveaway to be special. I wanted it to be something unique, and I did agree that the white binder made the most sense. But I can't do that in mass or in large amounts, right? So I wasn't able to deliver that. I think that made that delivery kind of fall flat, which was disappointing for me. I just don't have any control over that. So about a year ago, I started looking into manufacturing. I started looking into building my own products. I started looking into what it takes to actually create something like that. So it's been a long journey, but I've finally gotten my own manufacturing in place, and I've gotten my own products in place. And I'm very excited to announce that I will be releasing Unlucky Binders. Those of you who know me know that quality is critical. I don't sell things that I don't believe in. I've been buying Vault binders for I don't even know how many years now. And so when I decided to kind of venture out and build my own, it was important to me that it was as good, if not better, than what Vault is bringing to the table, because I felt it was important that the collection be taken care of and protected, as well as being able to present itself. So there's a couple of things that we want to know about this. First of all, the quality in the build is the same, if not better, than the Vault. You've got the same diamond texture, which I think is critical for not only the tactile feel, but also for grip. Same materials, and it's waterproof, water resistant, stain resistant, all of this to protect it. You've got the stitch, the heavy duty stitching. It's a zipper, just like the other ones. Side loading pocket, 12 pockets, all very similar with the felt coating inside. But since I was doing it myself, I did try to make some improvements. One of the things that I didn't like about the Vault was that the covers are very soft and they're very bendable. So what you end up with is a lot of variability in the cover and on the back. And so when you set it on a table, it felt uneven and kind of messy at times. Now, if you've got it full of cards and it sits like this a long time, it would flatten out quite a bit, but it took a long time for that to do that. So I've done mine with a stiffer cover, so it can actually take a hit more effectively. And if you have kids or anything like this, that can be a benefit, animals, pets. But it also looks more like a book. It looks very solid and it looks much more flat. So when you lay it on a table, the presentation of it is much more elegant and a lot more professional looking because it just looks so put together and so solid and so even, which I really liked. Another big improvement that I feel is that the distance from the spine to the page itself, I've doubled this from like what Revolt was offering. And the reason for that is you need a lot of give on these pages when you fill them with cards because you want the cards to lay flat. If you notice here where it pulls, especially if you're like at a show, if you're a vendor and you're constantly opening and shutting these, what it does is it pulls on this spine, the spine pulls on the page, and if that's short, you end up with bending the pages like this constantly. And what ends up happening is these cards, especially in the top few pages, they start to bend and they get that bend in them. And I wanted to prevent that and make sure that you could do heavy usage with these without a problem. So I've doubled that distance. And so you end up getting nice flat pages, even when it's full of cards. No matter what page you go to, you've got a nice flat laying of the cards. So you can open this up and down as much as you want, and you're not gonna have to worry about putting any bend into the cards. It protects them really well over time. A couple other things that I did that I thought were really important is on launch, I'm going to be delivering 11 colors. I have more colors in the pipeline, but 11 colors at start. I have the colors on the outside, the colors on the fabric on the inside, the felt, and the zipper. So everything except for the pages match the color, which I really like because I didn't like how you'd have like a cover be a certain color and everything else be black. I wanted something more colorful and cohesive. So all of my binders will be exactly like this, where they'll have matching colors all the way through, which I think is really exciting. Another difference for mine is that there's no logo on the front. The front's clean. When you have a set, I feel like it's important that the binder be about the set. Everybody puts these big massive logos on there and it's distracting from your collection, right? So all I have is one logo on the back and one logo on the zipper, and that's it. Thing is, like with the Vault logo on the front, I never was willing to go over the logo. For me, it was when you go over the logo, it makes the graphic or the customization of the binder feel like it was added on, right? It feels like a secondhand market or secondly added on after the fact, right? What I wanted was my designs to feel like they came with the binder, like it was one cohesive experience. So I always incorporated the logo into my designs. And I never wanted to go over it because then it felt like it was a product that was being delivered as what, which I felt was really important because it brought a little bit of a professional look and a clean look to it. That being said, there's many designs where I wanted to do something slightly different and I couldn't because the logo was in there, and it caused some issues with my designs and like directions and things that I could have done differently that I wasn't able to as a result. So keeping this clean to focus on your binder, on your collection, not my brand or anything like that, and it's going to give me a lot more flexibility for customization and designs. And for other people who do customization of binders, if they want to buy mine as well, they'll have a lot more flexibility with that, which I think is really exciting. I also say that I've had all the materials tested. There's acid-free, PVC-free, obviously, but I've also had tested by two third-party companies in the UK for all kinds of dangerous materials, chemicals, leads, etc., and they come back with a clean record. So these are safe for you and your family. And that was the most important thing. Is like your kid could put this in his mouth and chew on it. I don't want that to be a concern. So they're very safe. No harsh chemicals, no leads, nothing dangerous like that. Now that also gives me the flexibility now to make my own colors. It also gives me the flexibility to control what I'm going to restock and when. So people have been asking me, when's Prismatic going to come? When's this? Well, I don't know. It depends when Vault restocks. So now I can say, okay, I'll have it in 3 months, right? Because while it does take a long time for me to manufacture these, it can take 3 to 4 months from start to finish. I do have control over that. So I can say, I will restock these at this time. It's no more waiting. I will not discontinue any colors by choice. Sometimes some of my supply chains may have issues, or I may not be able to get certain parts. which may force me to temporarily or permanently discontinue something, but I'll never do it by choice. So the colors will always be available. They may not always be in stock, but I will continuously restock all of them as much as I possibly can. So I'm pretty excited about that and to have a little bit of control over it. And this is really going to be a brand, you know, you guys have all been wonderful to me, but it's been great being part of the community. I've had a lot of great conversations and friendships with a lot of you, and I've really appreciated that. And it's made this journey just amazing. And so these binders are really going to be a brand of us, of the community. So if you have ideas, you know, I've started with 12 pockets with the 480 cards. But maybe we should change that. Maybe there's something different that we should do about that. Maybe there's a color you want to see that you haven't found anybody that does it. Like, let's build these together. Let's make these better together. Because again, these are for us, the collectors, and I want to make sure that this works for us in the best way possible. It's a community brand, if you will. So help me make these better, and come back and again, submit your ideas, talk to me, let me know what you think. I'm really excited to do that. So I want to quickly go over the colors that I have. Obviously the orange. Super excited. It's a gorgeous orange. I could see a beautiful dragon binder coming in on something like this potentially, but just an excellent color. Really beautiful. I love the orange color. Then of course, the white. It's white all around except for the pages. White is such a beautiful binder. I'm going to be offering a color 151 on this soon, a color Prismatic Evolutions on this soon, and I will be doing a black bolt and white flare with the white. So that'll be coming out in the coming months, which I'm very excited for. I've already been working on those designs, and they look great. So that's fantastic. Of course, you've got the black. Can't have mine without black. Black Bolt will come out on this. I also have Destiny Rivals. So once I release these in March, when they come out, all of my designs will start being released on these binders exclusively, and I'll be moving away from Vault in that process. What else I have? I don't know what else, but these are good. The Destiny Rivals is going to look awesome. Got the teal. Teal's kind of a standard color. So many great options on there. Journey Together, probably Temple Forces will be coming out. It's a good solid color. The Vault X started getting a lot more green. They changed the manufacturing, they moved things around a little bit. So I've noticed the color started getting a lot more green, so I want to go back to that nice ocean blue teal color, which looks great, get some consistency with it. This color I'm really excited about too, the lime green. It's beautiful. I think it's just in time for Perfect Order, which happens to use this color pretty heavily in the set, so I think that's going to work out really well. I'm also going to offer a Shrouded Fable on this one as well, which I think is going to look really awesome. I have an awesome design for that I'm working on. Just a great color. It's similar to the neon green. It's a little bit more of a lime green, but the neon green was such a great binder that came out, and then you just can't get it anywhere. Vault had like a very small number. You just can't buy it anymore. So I'm really excited to be able to offer that one as well. This one is amazing. It's a nice dark royal purple. The Just Purple from Vault X was nice, but it was a very light purple. This has got that nice dark to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a great color, nice and deep. Definitely some awesome Gengars coming out on this. Probably do a Paldean Fates on this one. Very excited for that. Got gray. I've always wanted to work with gray. I don't know what I'm going to do with it quite yet, but I love the idea of gray. I was always disappointed that I couldn't find one. So I was very excited to be able to actually add in gray. You get your standard kind of royal blue. Very nice color. Lots of different options on that. Mega Evolution Set 1 will definitely be on this. Not sure what else yet, but very excited. It's a good one. I wonder if I heard a little bit of a difference on the yellow. So this isn't yellow, I'm calling this Marigold, because it is yellow, but it's got a bit of an orange to it. It's a very unique color, and you can maybe see the difference between that and the Vault X. So it's got more of an orange to it than the straight up yellow. It's a beautiful color, and I'll probably use it in a lot of places where I might use the yellow. But I couldn't help myself. I thought it was really pretty. It would be a good addition. This one I'm calling Cobalt. It's very similar to the neon blue, but a little bit of a richer, darker blue than the neon blue that Vault had. I will be doing Phantasmal Flames on this one as a release. It's a really nice blue. It's just gorgeous. It's got that cobalt. It's almost got a real cobalt color to it, which is why I'm calling it that. And then of course, you gotta have a red. This is a nice, a nice red, dark red. Might add some new reds in the future. I do have dark green coming and pink coming in the future. And then, like I said, we have control over this. So I will have 9 pockets coming in the next drop of these binders. And I am trying to work out top loaders. Everyone's always been asking about top loaders. I don't use top loader binders myself personally. There's been a lot of requests for it, so I am working with my manufacturing to try to do that. It's a little bit different and trickier, but I'm hoping before the end of the year that I'll be able to offer top loader binders as well. So, anyways, that's all of the news. Again, I appreciate everyone's support. It's been amazing being part of the community. I'm really excited about all of this. I'll be having posts on Instagram to kind of update all of these details there as well. I'll be launching the store very soon, probably the same day I post this video. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the Ascended Heroes, and I think you guys are going to love all the new designs that are coming out. So again, I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments anything about the binders that you want to know. Send me questions, details, etc. I'm here. Happy collecting, everyone.